I'm glad to get the opportunity to talk on this motion here tonight. I suppose, as other members have asked, in relation to the 477 million, we need more clarity on this figure, or how it was came about, or how it has come about, or how much of that applies to Ireland. I sincerely hope that farmers or people that would or could have benefited from any funds like this, I hope they haven't been money denied, or that there isn't money going to be denied from them as a result of this or any other fraud. Any of us here don't condone or support fraud, so we'll be certainly behind any laws that would prevent the same. I suppose it was mentioned earlier about dogs and pets being stolen, and I know of one man recently had a very valuable dog, and he's fairly sure that he's stolen, or he can't find him anywhere, and for no reason he disappeared. I suppose I know too well about a pet, or so. We had a pony ourselves, Peg, and she was stolen, and it gave my father desperate concern at the time, because he used to go up and feed her every day, and all of a sudden she was missing, and it took three months or more to find her, but we did find her, thankfully, and thank all those who were involved including Detective Sullivan from Castledown-Bear, who played a massive role in ensuring that we found the pony. I know the anxiety and the pressure that was on my father, and indeed my younger family members, when that pony was stolen, and therefore to thank everyone indeed that helped in the return and the recovery of Peg, who we still have and pride having, and see after her in the best way that we can. I suppose old people, what springs to mind is old people being robbed in their homes, and so concerned about being robbed or broken into, and when people move on in years, they're not as courageous when people drive into the yard and they're worried. I knew of one great friend of ours. You'd drive the long road into his where his house was, and when he'd see the car coming, he'd go out the back door of the house and into the outbuildings, and he'd wait in the yard and peep from some angle till he was sure that it wasn't thieves or blackguards, or at least that was someone that he knew and had a good reason for coming to visit him. I suppose there are other types of what I'd call fraud, when you render a property less value. And what I'm talking about is designations, where environmentalists and others seek to reduce the value of property by placing designations on land that farmers maybe bought and paid for, or maybe had inherited, and at a high cost, and pride and their pride on their places couldn't be exceeded by anyone. But sadly, in some places, land has been designated for inheritor or for different reasons, and we hear that more of the countryside is going to be designated SAC. This will definitely reduce the value of their properties. And also where more environmentalists want to stop us cutting turf. Turf is valued to the people that own the bog, and where they can cut and save turf and keep themselves warm themselves. We hear of others suffering fuel poverty. What do they want these people to do to suffer fuel poverty as well? And the bottle line idling their land and stop them of cutting it like they have done for centuries or for generations and centuries going back without doing any harm to themselves or to anyone else. Their pride in their property and their land couldn't be exceeded or wouldn't be exceeded by any environmentalist.
Thank you, Deputy.